So, my head is pretty huge. I already taped it all and tried it out, but it didn't work. As you can see here, this is one side, and I'm gonna try doing something different. Basically, the way I printed it out and taped it together, it was very thin, so I wouldn't be even, able to put my head, all the way inside without it ripping. So I'm gonna try something else. I put it on like this. This is how it should look. This part, I'm gonna, probably lower, like until here, close the gap. And then this back right here, I'm actually going to try and do something. And I'm just gonna go all the way around like that, all the way to the top. And then somehow do the ears as well, and then we'll see how that goes. I remember watching this in a video, I think, like someone, like a cosplay video, but they were doing something with like their foot. If anything though, I'll still attach this, afterwards to the back. Okay, so as you can see, this is what's left of the Tingle, back side. I actually used the top and one ear, and put it on the back. I don't know if you can see that. You see the top is basically finished, it's like a little point up there. I don't know if you see that. And then I'm going to go a little bit more over here. I would say maybe like above this, black line right there. And then when it's finished, I'm going to use the other camera to show you a better quality, of, the actual mask as I turn around. So it's going to go like this, So make sure it's on the right way. I almost put it on backwards. So actually, put it like this, as you can see. And then, get one side. Then get the other side over here. Like that. And it's holding on. And then the ones on the edge over here, that, something like that. And then there's, Tingle's ear. Pop it out like this. So it's kind of 3D, I guess. And then just slowly, start taping the edges. And then the corners, like I did, here. And then finish the, rest around and everything. And then, you'll have it like that. Okay, so as you can see, here's what the hat looks like, in better quality over here. The reason I'm also using this camera is because I have my monitor right in front of me, and I'll be able to see, like all the spots I've missed behind my head. So that's pretty useful, as you can see, and then I can just look over there, on my monitor, right there, and I'll be able to see, it's like a second pair of eyes behind my head. But as you can see, it was all done with, just paper, like paper strips, and basically same process as paper mache, And if you want more information about paper mache, take a gander at the video I made, talking about how I created the Nemesis squibbles for Resident Evil, because I did, that entirely out of paper mache. Here we got PPT test over here. Look at that, it fits perfectly. It's twirling like Tingle already. So now I'm gonna fix the little things, tape it over here and there so it doesn't, fall apart. Then we're gonna get the goods. That's Tingle right there. And then if you flip over here, I actually did it. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I also taped this all the way around. I don't know if you can see that. I made a little time-lapse video, so I might add it in there. But I taped it all the way around, on the outside and the inside, so I can actually take it off, like an actual mask. Look at that. It's all taped in there. It might be kind of hard to see. And then these things in the front, these will be like little strings or straps, you can like tie under your neck. But here's the Tingle, hat. And on the back, you see, I had to cut it again, because it was a little tight when I put it on, so I had to cut it through here and then tape it one more time like this to make sure everything fits, perfectly. But it worked. It took 10 years, but let me show you. Easily, you can just like that, and there you go. You can either keep it like this, because I think, it'll fit like that, as you see. You can either keep it like this, or, like I'm doing over here, which is adding these little flaps in the front here. So, whoever wears this, like Pep, he can actually like either Velcro, or I'm thinking, just like 2 strings, the fabric, and you can just tie it like that. So right now, I'm gonna take the scissors and I'm gonna cut it, like that. So We'll be right back once it's cut in. So just like this, I'm gonna cut it here, and then the other side as well. And then the inside I'll actually tape one more time just in case so it doesn't fall apart. And then like I said, I'm gonna flatten it, and then you'll have the shape to replicate, this exact, hat, with whatever you want. It's basically a template, similar to how if you mold your face or whatever, or your head, and you can make a mask for it. Okay, so the two pieces over here are cut, as you can see, that's what it looks like on the inside, the outside. And right now, what we have to do is we have to get these, scanned onto the computer. So we actually have to, get them flat, but you can't do that since, they're kind of, concaved and whatnot. So the only way to do that is on each of these corners, as you can see, when it like kind of points out, I'm gonna have to cut a little bit, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. I'm gonna cut a little bit, like inside like this, and then that should help it, flatten. Same with this one. Okay, so things are gonna get a little confusing here. Okay, so here's the front side. I'm gonna start with the back one. It's a little more simple. You see, if I were to flatten it right now, the parts or pieces may overlap, but they're completely flat. In other words, I'm able to scan it into my computer and then, replicate this. What I did though was, like I said, it has to be flat, so anywhere where there was like tension, I cut it, like this, and then I marked it, like 1 here, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, and then 7 and 7. That way, I'll know, where to, reconnect them when I actually put this on the like shirt, like the material and stuff, and then it'll also be easier. Like it's kind of like indications, showing you where to sew them together, So then once you do, you'll get that, that shape like this that we had, for the mask. And it's something similar if you've ever made, let's say like a 3D model or something out of like paper, it's similar to that. That's exactly how I did this, the Samus helmet, except all of this was already prepared by someone online, 3D model. Then here for Tingles, like the front part is a little harder. I'm guessing it's because of this, giant hole here, but this part actually has how many? So here's 1, here's 2 right here, here's 3 right here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. And then the strap things, they actually go together with, the 11 piece, just down like that. I actually taped everything. You see that on the corner down here on the floor? I put a little piece of paper here and a ruler just in case, and then I took a picture of it, and I have it on my computer. Then I'm going to use that piece of paper, that pink paper right there, as a scale, and then in Photoshop I'm going to, make the image large, and, it doesn't have to be the best quality, like, resolution, as long as I can see everything. And then once I do that, it's going to be like basically life size, except digitally. I'll outline the entire thing, mask or hat, and then I'll reprint it again, and I'll do the same thing for both. I also actually cut out the ears, you see right here, because if there's any pieces overlapping, I'd recommend cutting it out. Otherwise, it's not going to work when you, like, put it on the fabric. Alright, so this is what happened, I took the pictures, I scanned it onto here, both of them, and then, I actually made an outline, as you can see right there. That's the back side, and then there's the front side, Both were, taken pictures as you saw in the previous part. Here, let me, like that, you see that? And I just made a little, changes to make them, exactly the same. And then, if you go over here, here's what the originals look like, you see? And then here's the newer ones. They fit exactly, if I put this one over here, on top of this one, it's exactly the same size. And same with that one too. So it worked. Look at that. It's a little flimsy because it's, on printer paper. But if I put this, like this, you know, like together, then you have your, you know, tingle mask. And then that's how it's gonna be, you know. All these lines you see right there, that's how it's gonna be sewn and stuff. And then it's gonna be flipped over. And then all you should see on the sides are, you know, it's very hard to see, but you see that? Like those little lines right there when you flip it over. So I'm actually gonna put this together and then see what it looks like, you know, together. And it should be, you know, exactly the same as that, except not as sturdy, because like I said, that was, you know, done with tape. And then this is like this. So I'll be right back. And as you can see, you know, it fits perfectly exactly like the other one did. You know, it's a little derpy because like I said, it's paper, but it'll look a lot better, you know, once it's actually complete. And everything is symmetrical too, you know. If you saw, or, you know, rewind, the other ear was a little, you know, up here and here, but this is exactly, you know, one side is exactly the same as the other. Here's the back. I'm not sure if you can see that. And then here, the bottom things will, you know, go around like this as well. I might make them a little longer, you know, so you can tie and stuff. But everything worked pretty good. This Tingles hat right there. Only thing I'd change is, you know, the outer ear here. I guess I made it straight instead of like a curve. But I can, you know, I'll do that when I actually outline it on the shirt. We're in the thrift store here, as you can see. I'm picking out the Tingles thing. You know, I'm looking for a shiny thing like this, you know. This will be probably for the undies, you know, this red, you know, nice turtle here. And then I'm looking for a similar like green, you know. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I did with the Link's tunic and stuff. I went in here, picked out all the materials, and then, you know, got it for like $1 or something. I have, I think, 4 or 5 shirts here. You know, these two, they have these weird designs. I didn't really care if they have designs. I just wanted, you know, them all to be like the same color, you know. These two have designs, so I'm probably going to use those, you know, for the pants, and then just flip them over. So that's going to be on the inside, you know, so it doesn't really matter. And then this one, it has a, you see that, like a little collar thing? This is probably going to be for the shirt Tingle actually wears. I'll probably cut it though, you know, because you see how it's, you know, when you flip it over, you see these lines over here. I'm probably going to cut it and sew the shirt, you know, myself, to remove these little like line things. And then these, hopefully I have enough to make pants out of this. And then also I have extra to make like a long sleeves, you know, because Link has, or not Link, Tingle has long sleeves and pants. And in here, if you teleport here, here's what I'm going to use for the hat, you know. Like you saw before, I created the like outlines over here with the paper. And then what I did right now with the pencil, you know, just like a black pencil, I outlined it, you know, exactly as I have it here, with the numbers and everything too, just so I know. And I'm going to do that with the other half too, you know. And then bam, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's on here, you know. And in here, this outline here, I actually used a ruler, you know, to give like that, you know, 1 inch, you know, difference. And then I just kind of trace it like that. And that way, I'm going to cut this. And there should be enough, you know, room to sew it all together. And then I also made, almost forgot, over here, right here, I made the clock, you know, Tingle's clock. It's actually like a, what do you call it, like for pickles, you know, like a jar, the opener. And so I just painted it blue, and in here it's just Sharpie. It's going to be like that, and then I'll hot glue, you know, onto the sides over here, like a black, you know, somewhere here, I don't know, somewhere, a black yarn around, and then, you know, that's how the clock is gonna work. Both pieces are here, as you can see, you know, the front and the bottom. It looks exactly like, you know, the piece of paper that, you know, we put together in the previous parts. So if all goes well, it should, you know, fit perfectly if everything gets sewn together as it should. But look at this thing is gonna be huge. Also, another tip, I'd recommend using scissors like this that were made, you know, specifically for, you know, fabric cutting and stuff, instead of normal ones, because normal ones, it's kind of hard to cut with those, whereas this, it's like butter, you know. But be careful when you do, you know, like stuff like this, when it's like very small openings. Probably when it's sewing, we're gonna have to like cut this a little lower, but I'm not sure. I don't want to, you know, cut it just in case we don't have to, but we'll see. Probably do. And then I'm not sure how long this video will, you know, it's gone for so far, but look what arrived in the mail. Breath of the Wild and the Nintendo Switch. Look at that. But with that said, ladies and gents, we're going to continue doing this. Remember, it transferred from that onto the computer into this, and now into this. Look at that fabric here. Beautiful. So, I have made some progress here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take advantage of this collar thing from the shirt, and we're actually going to wear this backwards, you know. So these buttons, this is going to be on the back of, you know, Pap's neck, and then you can just close it, and then if anything, you know, Tingle wears a backpack, so you can just wear a backpack to hide that. But what I did, I cut open this entire shirt, you know, like on the seams, because if you flip it over, you know, you can easily see the seams, so that way to fix it, you know, it's gonna hopefully work when you sew it back together. And you may be asking yourself, but Jacob, don't you have the other shirt? You know, the other two shirts or something? Well, yes I do, but I have done something with them. Let me show you. Bam! I created pants. Look at that. So what I did over here, I don't know if you can see this. This is actually the shirt right here. See that? Except it's cut open, you know, sideways. Not like this one, but imagine if you cut, you know, that entire part, you know, on the right, and just, you know, let it open, and that's what's going on here. And then I kind of just wrapped it around my leg over here just to see how it's gonna work, you know. And so it's gonna be something like that. This one I put together, you know, with little pins over here just to kind of, you know, take a yonder if this works or not. And look at that, beautiful. See this? But I do like how it turned out. Look at this. So imagine, you know, both legs being like that, you know. But this one I'm just gonna sew together. I might just, you know, cut it, remove all the extra stuff and put it in the, you know, corner here, or just keep it inside like that, because, you know, it doesn't really, you know, affect anything, you know. And in here I'm just gonna, you know, like combine it like this with the other shirt as well, and you have your pants. I'll either, like I said, use the red pants here and just cut the sides, or make something out of this, or maybe both, you know. We'll see which one goes first. I really like these though, these red ones, because you can just put them on and bam shalam. I'm at the thrift store again, as you see, because I'm missing, you know, that piece, and I might just replace the entire, you know, Tingle outfit here with this, because it already has, you know, the long sleeves and everything, and here I have a little piece and the color is matched. I might just like flip it over. We'll see. I have 3 shirts, and then on the back I might use this for Link's, you know, pants. You know, it's the same color and everything, so I'm gonna see. I'm not sure. These undies here would be perfect for Tingle as well, but as you see, they're too dark. If they were red like this, then I would get them and replace it with the ones I made. You see that? But I guess I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try to find some like this, because it looks, you know, I think it'll do. Time to sew the pants. The pants have been ready, and now it's time to put them together. So I'm gonna record this because, you know, it's not gonna make sense, you know, if I don't, because it's kind of quiet. But here's what I did. I took another shirt that I bought and I ripped it, you know, in half and kind of made like a rectangle, you know, front and back. And then on the pants here, what I did is I used that extra shirt that I cut and I put a little bit more room in the top here, you know, for your stomach, and then as well as on the feet, you know, right by the ankles, because it was a little uneven and stuff, you know, and I wanted it to be normal. And so that's what I'm doing here. And then all that extra stuff you see was, you know, later used. And then once you sew it all together, you know, this is what it looks like if you flip it, you know, the inside. And if you did it correctly, you flip it once more, you know, inside out, and then you actually have it, you know, looking kind of like that, where it's, you know, actually looks like normal pants instead of it being like all destroyed like that. And here there's a hole I made on the top where I'm going to put a string so I can easily just, you know, tie everything together, you know, so it doesn't fall off my stomach. Here's the string, how I made it. It's just a simple yarn, you know, maybe like 2 or 3, maybe 4, you know, yarns together and, you know, like tied together like that. And then I just use the needle and fit it all the way through the hole in the pants. And now you have a little thing there. And then here's the shirt, the one that you saw in the a little earlier, where I actually, you know, cut the sleeves. I used another shirt and created the long sleeves myself like that, and then sewn it all together, you know. So that's where the 2 rectangles were as well, you know, used right there. And then every single piece you saw on the floor, the green, was, you know, reused for this entire outfit here, the Tingle outfit. And that's how it worked. I even put like this little thingamajig right here, so you can just pull on it and like tighten, you know, the pants. And, you know, it kind of looks like Peter Pan, but you can walk around normally. The pants, I used the red ones that I showed you earlier, and I just kind of cut the, you know, sides a little bit to make them more, you know, like undies or something. So you can see they fit normally, you know, and they stretch too, since Pap's kind of fat, you know. You can just put them on like that, and then, you know, all will be swell. But what I did a little later, you'll see, you know, I actually cut them a little more because, you know, I thought it was, you know, too big. But, you know, it looks pretty swell for everything that, you know, you've done. And the only thing left now is the hat. Now that everything is finished, the final piece is the hat. I have the hat like I showed before. The, you know, 2 pieces, front and back. And we're gonna make it now. But first, the popcorn. I drew it wrong. You have to flip it over. So, because everything is exactly the same, that is very easy. So I'm going to very easy. Back ear left, flip over with back ear right. So when you turn it, all the writing is on the inside. So we will see how this goes. Maybe. Maybe. Right now, she's cutting this together, and then I'm going to cut this together, and like that.
Can you tell me, please?
Here's like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all the way down, and this together. Flip. When you flip, here's the ear. Brain a little frozen.
Time for sleep for somebody.
And look at nice ear. And then here, this goes under, and it's finished like this. Everything together. 4, 4, 3, 3, 5, 5.
Yeah,
like this, you see. And it has naopak dai. And then when you flip it, it looks like this.
Yeah. Then.
Like that. Now the same to this, together, like that. Over here.
Get to measure 1 inch, too. Like below 1 inch, hey?
When it's finished, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flip. And it looks like this on the other side. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's czapka.
Let's see. And now we are going to put it together, and then the ears, and then it will be finished. Here's this ear, needles, 1, 2, 3, so everything is nice. And if you do it nice, it will look like this. And then on the other side like this. And back here again. The head is finished, you see. And now the strings here, down here. But first, I will try if it fits. Does it fit? Coco, what time is 9 p.m.?
Oh, 9:30.
4 hours.
Crazy.
And Tingle is complete, as you can see. Look at this. Don't mind the hat right now. I might put something in here because, you know, the ears are kind of flappy and stuff. But I have everything, like from the little watch to everything, all the green, the red undies, you know. Look at that. Took 10 years, but it's finally finished. If you go on the back, it worked perfectly as planned. Look at that. And it fits in everything, you know. It is so cool. And then the shirt and everything. And then this, you know, here I'll just, you know, tie it underneath and stuff. But it worked! I made Tingle a thong here, as you can see. I cut these a little bit more, you know, and there's actually like a string down here. Look at this. It's barely holding on from like a little string. I kind of cut too much, I guess, but it's, you know, it's perfect. Look, it's like a triangle. You see this right there, and then on the rear too. Tingle is here. Look at this beauty. He's got the face painted on too, and the nose red. Beauty mark, of course, and the little beard. The beard. I found some mustaches,
Of course,
in the thrift store, and I cut that one in half, and then just like taped it on there. And look at this. He's got the clock. He's got the undies. He's got the secret pouch in there. He's gonna tingle Kaloo Limpa, you know, show the
Don't worry about
Oh,
that.
you can't,
Don't worry
can't.
about
You gotta watch the stream to find out. Do a twirl, do a twirl. Look at that. It turned out beautifully.
I'll put into some button up.
Oh, that's fine, that's fine.
Okay.
And then here's for me. And then here's me. You see, everything is finished. But, well, you can, I don't have
Zoom
anything.
in of your face, of course.
Here's all the stuff. It took a week to complete.
The
Here's
pants.
the undershirt.
Oh, the
Yeah, the
pants.
pants are here too.
There's a
Yeah,
lot.
the arm thing. Yeah, these buttons on the side. The back doesn't have anything. I'll do that later, you know, because it's not important right now. But we have the goods. And then the stream is ready too. As you can see, don't mind that.
Don't mind this.
Stream is ready, you know. And we're about to begin. So, ladies and turds.
And Peppy T setup, of course.
Here's PPT, of course. Nobody knows that PPT is going to be Tingles here either. We have the poster, which I might, you know, actually put in the back here. But, ladies and turds, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, you know, the behind the scenes here. This is PPT. I am Link. It's time to play Breath of the Wild. Whooshah! Adios, everybody. Adios. We got a little surprise. What is...
Here we go, a little dance. A little dance.
Okay, what's he doing over here? Right in the garage.
Tingle.
Oh, his magical dance. He's going boom. Look at it. Baby D here, ladies and gentlemen. You know,
How you doing?
Baby D here. We just finished the stream, you know. It was lovely. I think everyone liked it. Nobody surprised, you know, expected Baby D to appear. And the plan worked. Now we just had to clean everything. You see that? We had animal crackers though, but yes, the little bag. Yeah, it's still some left, but you made like 1 billion of them, and they just went flying. It's pretty fun. And then there's the poster. Of course. For Squibbles, I might still make it, you know. Maybe now I'll make him like a thing, but I don't know. He probably can't fit in here anywhere. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Shake it, Baby D, shake it. Oh yeah. Oh, keep going.
Cut the tape, cut the tape. It's too much.
In the Tingle DS game, I think Tingle has a girlfriend named Pinkle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you. She's got
Of course.
giant boobs and everything. And she's pink. I hope everyone can join us, you know, as we play Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. Not the Switch. This is the Nintendo Switch version. I'll be playing it on the Wii U though. We don't have a Nintendo Switch. You know, I have my Tunic ready. I have the Tingle ready. Got my lovely poster here. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time. Thank you for watching. Take a gander at the other videos. And then click somewhere in the corner to see the, you know, if you want to make Link's blue tunic. You know, because I made that as well. But with that said, thank you for watching everyone. I hope we see you on the stream. And until next time, adios. I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes and stuff. If you like this, you know, tell me in the comments and stuff. Bye everyone. Bye. I'm gonna go play Breath of the Wild. Oh yeah.